Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. What I love about Shopify is how no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Yo, what's good, people? This is Trackstar, the DJ of Run the Jewels, and you're listening to the homies over at Zero Dark Nerdy.
All right, party people, welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the world's most notorious pop culture podcast, brought to you by the Believe Podcast Network, betonline.ag for all your sports betting needs. Yes Weekly, bringing you all your news here in the Triad area, online as well as in print. And of course, our good friends over at Sailfish Comics with 3 locations in North Carolina, one right here in Greensboro across from Best Buy, one in Winston-Salem, and one in Concord, North Carolina. This is your boy Brian, a.k.a. El Nino, and today I'm joined with
Cornelius, a.k.a. the Shiznit.
First time for Cornelius on the show, a.k.a. the Shiznit.
How you doing, everybody?
He doesn't have social media, so don't ask.
Not at all.
Ryan Saber, Captain Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Guardians, C-L-E, till I die, baby.
Love it. So this year is the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and Rap Caviar on Spotify came out with a list of their 50 greatest hip hop beats of all time.
It's not a bad list.
I never said that.
I know. I want to start. I think we're going to kind of shit on this list a little bit.
A little bit.
But I want to say up front, it's not a bad list. It's just not, there's some shit that's wrong.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Thank you for the little disclaimer there.
Yeah.
It's not the worst list I've ever seen,
Not at all.
but we feel that there's definitely some songs that were missed and some songs on there
Highly questionable.
that, highly questionable or don't belong as high as they are, or probably don't even belong in the top 50, maybe top 100, but that's another episode for another day.
Yeah.
Rattle off the top 10.
Okay.
And then let's just give some, I know you gave us kind of a list of like what should be higher, what shouldn't be on there. I think maybe just sort of guide it from that direction. Like, what do we want to start with? Like, what should be higher and lower, or, whatever. I'm good. I gotta, just like you said before we started, I got a whole fucking list of songs that should be, that I guess is on my top 50. So, I guess maybe let's talk about what's on there.
Yeah.
And then maybe we talk about what should be on there.
Agreed. So for those of you that have not been keeping up with this, again, this just came out a few weeks ago. This is Spotify's Rap Caviar top 50 list. So we'll start with number 1. To me, the producer, is not a surprise. I think I was a little bit surprised about the selection. Number 1 on the list, still DRE, Dre and Snoop Dogg, produced by Dre. Number 2, Mobb Deep, Shook Ones, Part 2, produced by Havoc, the second part of Mobb Deep. Number 3, Clips Grinding, brought to you by the Neptunes. Number 4, Who Shot Ya? Actually brought to you by Diddy and a few other people on there, so that's Biggie in the house. Number 5.
Hold on, I want to say a lot of controversy over Who Shot You in the past between us.
Why is that?
because I'm not a huge. That's one of my. I think it's one of Biggie's most overrated songs.
So here's the thing. You know the history about that song "Who Shot You," right?
Yeah, that's the whole. It was Pac. It was going.
So that's people think it's not. So believe it or not, that song was actually his verse was originally on a Mary J. Blige verse on one of her albums, right?
Okay.
And so it was her, Keith Murray, and Big. And the thing is the reason it didn't make it to the album because they said it was too hard, right? Mm-hmm. So then when the Pac situation happened, East Coast, West Coast, they just took that, made a beat, and then put it out as a song. It was only 2 minutes long, which would tell you it's a verse on something. But it was like really supposed to be her intro to her album. And niggas, it's like for Mary J. Blige, she was like on that rise. It was like, and also with Bad Boy, it'd be a good look. But the thing is it really was a Mary J. Blige song featuring Keith Murray and Notorious. And they took that verse off. And the actuality really supposed to have been them three and LL Cool J, but LL Cool J never put in his verse in that right there.
Yeah, so, I shot you a great beat right there too.
Okay,
great beat.
There it is.
Yeah, Cornelius already coming in strong, dropping them nuggets out there.
Just gotta try some things. It's a little bit, a little hip hop.
There we go. Yeah. Number 5, we got Lil Wayne, A Milli, brought to you by Bangladesh. Number 6, Kanye West, Power, produced by none other than Kanye. Number 7. Puff Daddy and the Family, It's All About the Benjamins remix.
And that's the one I have issue with.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that one. Number 8, Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Slim Thug, Still Tippin'.
No issue there.
I got an issue with that one. Number 9, I am glad they show some love, obviously, to the new school. I will say Sicko Mode is a dope beat. Number 9, Sicko Mode, brought to you by Hit Boy. And then number 10, the first of only 2 Timberland tracks on this whole entire list, which is kind of shocking. Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On. So that is your top 10 so far of Rap Caviar's 50 greatest beats of all time. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Yeah. So you want me to go first or what?
Sure.
Hey, look, Grinded by the Clips, that is no doubt, unquestionable, top 5. It's in the right spot. Mm-hmm. I agree with you on number 1. I actually would put Nothing But a G Thing as probably
same.
That is like, look, is still Dre great, and we hadn't had a Dre album for 10 years, and that was the first single when Chronic 2001 came out. So I mean, I get it. There was kind of some stuff going on there, but like, I don't know. There, Nothing But a G Thing, like that shit. 30 years later, still gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. And the thing is, so that just to chime in, just remember, it is in the Library of Congress. That
and it deserves to be.
I mean, so. But just think about Against the Rap album was put in there in the Library of Congress when at one point they was trying to censor. Against the Rap. Just think about that. So.
A Milli, that's probably a little too high for me. Actually, it's really too high for me. I mean, Kanye's got a lot of sick beats. I don't know if Power is my favorite one. As a matter of fact, I actually, on my list that isn't on there, I got a couple Kanye beats. I guess ultimately, I don't necessarily have a problem with the top 10. There's some, further down that I personally would move up. But I think, again, man, this shit is so subjective. It's so hard. It's everybody's personal preferences. So, look, I talked about what episode did we just do? The music episode. What episode?
Favorite debut albums.
In me coming up, I was very heavily influenced by the G-Funk by the West Coast Sound, right? So my top 10 or, my top 20 or whatever would probably have a little bit more of a West Coast spin to it. Whereas somebody that was a little bit more, focused on the East Coast or maybe even the South, right, would have, different things. So I don't know. That's my take on, I guess, my opening take.
Yeah, I agree with you on it's not bad, but there's some that are questionable in my opinion. Me off the rip is All About the Benjamins remix, right?
Right.
I mean, it's a good beat. Don't get me. I mean, I enjoy the song and everything, right? Yeah. There's one in there, like I know when we talked about originally about it, like it's automatically in top 5 because A, it's a good beat, but B, a lot of people don't realize that Kanye produced that beat. But so Kanye produced the beat, and it's like there's a couple other songs that Kanye produced that I think should be on this list that might not got the recognition it should have because it was just like other artists and at what time it came out. But like if you listen to the lyricism and listen to the beat, and then you hear that as a Kanye beat, you're like, huh, okay, you got somebody from the South who's a legend on a Kanye beat with his brother Jay, and they just tear it up. Also too, like you say about the whole subjective stuff and everything. I'm kind of like you. My path to hip hop was started West Coast, worked its way over to Cleveland when Bone Thugs came out because it was just an offshoot of
bum.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was a continuation, right? And then I made it to the East Coast, but then like when Pac started beefing with them, it was like forget them dudes. Made it down south when Outkast won the Source Awards, right? And then pretty much been hovering between the South and the West. I mean, I give the East Coast props, don't get me wrong and everything, but it's just like all of it's there. It's still hip hop, but it's like it's just different. It just hits different for certain people. Because like with Brian, like when I first met Brian, it was just interesting that he was just a huge hip hop head, but it's like me, it's like, damn, he loves the East Coast so much, right? But it's
I was like, damn, he loves Whitney Houston.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, knowing that he was living in Binghamton, New York, it's like that makes sense that this and that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like things that I heard about down here, it's like, not saying it wasn't popular, like it wasn't good, but it's like nobody really messed with it. Like, for example, his favorite group, one of his favorite albums is The Great Niggas, right? And it's just like, all right, they cool, but it's like, Bone Thugs, that's just my opinion. Bone Thugs out-rapped them on the first track, You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, but it's like, whatever. But that's just my detour of hip hop, and that's why I'm kind of like saying, but like if I had to make a list, there's gonna be a lot of West Coast stuff and South stuff compared to East Coast and Midwest. So
I want to say one more thing about the top 10 that I can't believe I forgot to say this.
Yeah.
Number 8, Still Tipping. Listen to me. Nothing get the two things that get me the most hype when I'm listening to like 2000s, early 2000 hip hop. Two things. When I hear Luda, when I hear that shit makes me want to go like this and just gets me all pumped. I'm getting goosebumps right now. The other thing, probably one of the most underrated rappers ever is Slim Thug. That motherfucker gets me so like, I'm Slim Thug, a motherfucker. Like when
I love that dude, bro. Like,
dude.
I have so many of his albums and mixtapes, bro. Because like when I was in the military, the dudes from Texas put me on. They're like, this is these dudes, this and that, and like obviously they do it slow, right? They slow it down like just chop and screw music, right? But it's like, but then when they started like making quote unquote like radio hit stuff, not slow down, his voice is so infectious. It's just like, whatever you rap about, I'm down. Like, I just understand. So go ahead, Brian.
And that I will say this. At first, when I saw Still Tipping on there, I was like, I don't know. Now,
go back and listen 10? To
it. Yeah, but is it top 10?
Listen to that violin, baby.
I mean, it's a dope track. I would give it top 25 all day, every day. I don't know if I would give it top 10, though, but it is a dope track. Slim Thug, Paul Wall, and Mike Jones.
Who?
I mean, yeah.
You guys kind of touched on a little bit of it. I agree with, so just a little backstory. Cornelius, myself, and my daughter were on our way to Carolina Fear Fest last weekend, and we were talking about this list. I was letting them know, and this is when I asked Korn to come on the episode. And, one of the first ones was all about the Benjamins. Dope beat, but not top 10 worthy. I don't even know if it's top 25, to be honest with you. So I thought that was, when people draft somebody super early in a fantasy football draft, this to me is all about the Benjamins in the top 10.
Definitely.
Grinding for sure. I tell this all the time. It's up there in my top 3, so that's where it belongs. Shook One's part 2, of course. Yeah, still DRE. I would definitely replace that with Nothing But a G Thing. To be honest with you, I can probably name off 5 or 6 more Dre songs before Still DRE, and we can get to that later on in the episode. It's still a dope track. It's the piano part, it's contagious. Just like Saba said, this was after a little hiatus, and this was after some bombs too. The Firm album, the Aftermath album. So this was like Dre being like,
Yo, Esco, That phone tap shit
Right.
from the Firm album.
Yeah, that was the only hot track.
But that shit is
It's hot. It's hot.
So, okay, let me ask you this question then. So, okay, the thing is you're right about the whole what was going on during that time with Dre and everything. But think about it too. He just signed M, right?
Yeah.
And it was like because M came out the year before, I think,
Yeah.
like with his first album, and it was like cool. M set this. Hey, he had to put his work in it, and then it's like this album been sitting for years, right? And it gets put out, and it's a good. I mean, it's a great album. I mean, it's classic. But at the same time, like y'all say, I think none of the G thing is just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's epitome.
I would honestly put High Powered by Dre in my damn top 20.
Here's my thing. I got one. So for me, I would put. Y'all remember that song, like Super Ugly, and then it's like it's based off that movie he did, Watch. It was like like the chorus goes like, all I really know is wants the baby, and it has the nastiest flute. That's all it is, like a flute. Yeah, it is the nastiest thing. That's probably one of my favorite beats. That's so slept on because that Nocturnal. Yeah, but it's just like.
Saba, what's one of your favorite slept on Dre beats since we're on it?
I mean, I don't know if it's slept on, but dude, Forgot About Dre is fucking. I mean, that's what the whole song's about.
Yeah.
Like y'all motherfuckers.
What do you think? Dre fell off?
You know what I mean? Like now you want to run around talking about guns like I ain't got none. What you think? I sold them all? Like, yo, man. Like, Forgot About Dre is probably the one.
And actually, if I had to substitute, I'll make a substitution. This is just because of the climate, what it did. It changed some things up, but it was like a California Love, right? Like, first of all, they made made a theatrical music video about it, right? And then you just got Pac out of prison, comes out, have a banger, cool, and it's just one of those. Yeah, it's a Pac song, but it's like. We know that's Drake.
Yeah.
And then just the way Drake said it, I was like, look.
And the video production. Some Mad Max shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Beyond Thunderdome.
Yes, man.
You made a mistake. You should have never put my rhymes with Drake.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And just to kind of rattle off a couple other ones, one that a lot of people don't know unless they're our age, Natural Born Killers with him and Ice Cube. Dope beat, explosive. I mean, I know that's Bag Lady, Erykah Badu, but that's still a hot track. Deep Cover on the Deep Cover soundtrack, and then of course, Murder Was the Case, man.
Yeah.
So
and it's just so many things like you say, and it's just you have to be in our generation, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I think too with this list in a way.
I think the list does try to be fair.
It does.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to say everything's got to be from the 90s or early 2000s. It does try to be fair, but I do think that there are some essential misses on
like it's trying to be inclusive, right? Because think about it, like if you had to get let's just call it what it is, right? We are a nice society and everything, but it's like hip hop really wasn't accepted until when by all races, you think? Really accepted.
By all races?
When I say accepted, like you can see moms walking down the aisle at the grocery store singing a beat or something like that, this and that. If you had to guess what year you think.
If I had to guess, and I think Saba's going to appreciate this because my dad, who did not like hip hop at all, bought this single cassette and played it out. And I think this is when it became universal. I'm going to go and tell you, I think when Bone Thugs came out with Crossroads.
Listen.
To be honest with you, as far as hip hop being universal at the time, I think that's when it was like super accepted by everybody. I know Saba's I know you're going to chime in.
I am
from Cleveland
because I agree, but I honestly, guys, I mean, let's keep it, let's keep it a buck, right? It's probably with Eminem when Eminem blew up.
And that's what I'm thinking
because Middle America, kids in Iowa were listening to rap music then, and that opened their eyes up to Dr. Dre, to Snoop Dogg, to Nate Dogg, right? To the whole West Coast sound, and then obviously later that led into 50, and I think 50 got a little kind of a trampoline effect because he was affiliated. So let's early 2000s, let's say 2001, 2002, I think's where
I say the second album when he had Bitch Please Too. That's when I think he crossed over because obviously it was like, I ain't gonna lie, like the first album, it was good. I liked it, right? But thing is, it was like, there's some things I couldn't relate to, right?
Sure.
Right? So it's like, but then when you got Yeah, Mitch, please too.
Yeah.
And then it's like
You can't relate to killing your wife
No,
and,
no.
and hating your mom.
no, but I can relate to you don't really want to
Right.
like
Oh, no, big slim dog.
yeah.
Back up in the easy baby.
Yeah, so it's like, so I
True.
think the second album, and the thing is too, you
Yeah.
got to think about it. That first album alone, but the second album definitely it erased all prior history of white rappers, right?
Right.
Because think about it, it's like,
Right.
oh, Vanilla Ice had a one hit wonder. You
Right.
think of some other ones, this and that, but
House
it's
of
like
Pain.
this dude showed that. Well, House of Pain, House of Pain, and it's like this dude showed that he can compete and hang with the top dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I think. But like I said, I think I was with you too. Like the first initial crossover was crossovers because
Yeah.
it was like it was a good song. It was
Yeah.
about death, this and that, blah, blah, and it was like, and Bone Thugs it skyrocketed them out,
Right.
and it's just like,
And
cool.
I miss
Yeah.
my Uncle John.
Yeah. Yeah. So
All right, let's keep it moving here. All right, so number 11, nothing but a G thing we already discussed. We should have swapped that one out with Still D.
Oh, it's 12. 11's
12.
Cream.
yeah, Cream, and I think Cream could take the
no,
place.
no. Oh, I'm sorry, 11. Yeah, 12, Cream. Only one of 2 RZA tracks on this list.
That's the problem.
So we're going to get to that in a little bit. Number 13, I did like that they showed some love to the old school. Grandmaster Flash, The Message. You know, Ice Cube ended up using the same beat on Check Yourself remix.
And also, Diddy and Mace use the same beat.
That's
too.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Good
Yeah.
call on that. So, you know, much love out there to Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Number 14, Jay-Z and Kanye West, Ricans in Paris.
Yeah.
Just a dope track.
I mean,
you know, I ain't going to say that shit.
I can.
Yes, you can. Number 15, I really love this.
Higher.
This
Higher.
This is the one I was talking about.
This one's
Number four.
higher?
Yeah. It's
J
This
the
should be, top
Mwah.
5. First of all,
Yeah? Yeah,
Dude,
top
this-
5?
it's
We
in
gonna
mine. It's
make
in mine.
it?
It's in mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen,
It might not be
yeah.
top 5, but it's
It's top 10.
definitely.
But top 10?
I think it's too low
Oh.
on the list.
I love
We gonna
that.
make it
Yeah.
is.
And y'all do know that's a Kanye beat, right?
No, I didn't know that. I got it down as
It's
no.
Kanye.
That's Alchemist and Kanye.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
which this is the only song Alchemist is on here.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
And it's just
surprising.
like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, yeah. But it's just, top 10.
As long as it was in the top 20, I was happy with that. If this was more down, I would have been upset. This next one, not that it's not a dope beat, I was very surprised about it being at 16. Rich Boy,
Yeah.
throw some D's on it.
Get money, new money. Come on, man. When that shit was hot, though,
It was hot.
Yo.
It
like
was hot.
when that shit was hot,
Yeah.
it was
hot
on
Alabama.
fire.
from Alabama. And thing is, it was
I
like,
didn't know he was from Alabama.
yeah, that was my like
Okay.
ringtone song. I mean, dog, it was just like people were like, I'm just gonna call, listen to your thing, that background music.
Yeah,
And it was just like, yo, you just killed this, bro. And it's just like, and then that's definitely it might be a little too high, but it's
I
still
think it's a
good
little
beat.
too high.
But
Do
it's
I
good
do
beat.
I believe it belongs in the
Yeah.
top 50? Yes. I think 16
Yeah.
is a stretch.
Yeah.
17, the first Jay-Z beat we have on here, brought to you by, so this is the second Timberland beat in the top 20. So Timberland and Dre are the only 2 producers that have 2 beats in the top 20, which I do agree with. So Big Pimpin', dope track. I think that definitely helped launch Jay-Z before Hard Knock Life came out. UGK verse, and I think this is still underrated UGK, right?
So here's the thing about that. So here's a little background about that. So so Jay-Z, it came out like right the Hard Knock, like I think right after the Hard Knock, right? I think.
I thought it was before.
So
No, it was after.
it was after.
Oh,
so here's
okay.
the thing. So it was like down south.
I'm wrong.
Supposedly down south, it was like, all right, Jay-Z was good everywhere else, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
just down south. You just haven't been accepted yet. When he did this song with UGK, that's when the South embraced him, and then his just skyrocketed because you had the whole country on lock, this and that. But the thing is history, the story about this song is Pimp C didn't want to do it with them, right?
Really?
Because he was talking about, once again, Tupac. He's like, if you don't like Tupac or Tupac didn't like you, I ain't rapping. And like Bun had like convinced me, like, look, dude, like, we owed the label some money.
Yeah.
Like this and that. Like, yo, we got to get something out. And then
Okay.
like this also shot them into the mainstream. And then and the rest is history. But he didn't want to do it for nothing, bro. He was like, doesn't matter how much money, this and that. And so eventually they just talked it out, and then they did it, and then the rest is
Okay.
history. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I respect the loyalty on that.
I
but-
mean, there's a lot
At
of
the end of
dudes.
the day,
a lot of
you know?
dudes was down with Pac now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
18, I definitely agree with this. Black Sheep, the choice is yours. I think it's one of the most memorable beats of all time. Number 19, Produced by Buddha, Busta Rhymes, I think it's the only Busta Rhymes track.
I think
on
it is,
here,
and I think there should be more on there.
I think so too. Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See.
And that was a party song.
That was the party anthem.
Yeah,
I remember the marching band at Page High School would play the beat during football games.
And
they're still playing it at Page High School football games.
And it's just like, I mean, it's good, but it's like, if you know Buster and the way he can rap, this and that, like I said, we talking about the Extinction album, right?
Yeah.
There was so many just banger beats on that alone. It's like, bro, this is nothing. And it's nothing against this song. It's a good song, but it's just like, come on now.
Yeah.
He got better things to that. So
we all agree that Busta Rhymes had some of the most iconic and monumental hip hop videos of all time.
Yes.
Way ahead of his time, but
he was brushing his teeth to the beat.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then to round out the top 20, I think this one's, as much as I love this beat, I still think it's a little high.
It's a little high.
The Loonies,
overrated.
I got 5 on it. You know, it's one hit wonder. Unfortunately, I have the album.
Yeah.
It's not fantastic. I mean, this was their hit. It's it's a good beat. Is it top 20? I don't even know if it makes the top 50, I would put this maybe 40 to 50.
I'll give you that.
In there just because of
just what it stands for.
Nostalgia, right.
Because everybody knows when you say, like, if you listen to hip hop
on it,
they know that, it is what it is. Yeah.
So 11 through 20, what are the thoughts on that? We'll start with you this time, Cornelius.
Okay, so like we said, we're gonna make it needs to be top 10 in my opinion, minimum. The message was good. Might have moved a little bit down, maybe in the 20, like 20 in itself.
Sure.
I would have took out. I got 5 on it because I think a beat that's not on this list that Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One, The Bridge Is Over.
Ooh.
Like one of the first diss songs, and it's just like you have a piano intro, just a piano with some. With a key as an actual piano playing, and then you have like the from a key, like electric keyboard, and they just tear it over. They just go to crazy. But yeah, I don't think KRS-One and BDP, Scott LaRock and them get their just credits. So
no,
yeah,
love it.
And then also I'm gonna throw one more, then I'm gonna switch over. So one of my favorite all-time slept on, and people, a lot of older hip hop heads, artists and stuff will say they'll give credit to him too. Is which I didn't notice on here. Obviously, it was Slick Rick. I could choose. I mean, Lottie Dottie alone. Like, it's the reason I say it's how should I put it? It's good because if you heard the original, like they did it by their mouths, right? I mean, Dougie Fresh, did it by his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And he just acapella singing it. You know what I'm saying? And rapping it, right? And it's just cool. So, and with your final comments you made about how Black Sheep, you say that song by Black Sheep is one of the most iconic. The choice is yours. I'm gonna say in the next section, there's one song that's more iconic than that because of what it was for.
Sure,
that's all I'm saying.
Sure,
yeah.
All right, love it. Cornelius just dropping the bombs out there, keeping Saban and I on our toes.
Yeah, I mean, look, I already talked about we gonna make it at 15. I talked about throw some D's. You know, Big Pimpin', it's iconic. Like I get it. Hard Knock Life, like was big, but like Big Pimpin' was. That's what it sent Jay-Z into the fucking stratosphere.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm good with it where it's at. I got no real beefs with this. I think once we get into the next section, I think a couple of these songs probably should have been higher. I don't know what I would remove. I get your Grandmaster Flash the Message thing, but you know, come on, is that a fucking top 13 beat of all time?
Sure.
Probably not. You know, that's a little bit of a career achievement award, or you know, a little historical
lifetime achievement.
Lifetime achievement. You know what I mean?
Okay. I like that.
I think, you know, and we already talked about some of these other ones that were in the top 10 that probably should have been moved out. But look, there's nothing on this list that I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
There's a couple I got.
Well, there's a couple coming up that I think is going to change our opinion on that.
All right.
Going 21 through 30 now. We got Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear. I feel like this should have been in the top 20. Of course, one of the best remixes of all time on top of that.
I think definitely.
Which, you know, just a kind of sidebar too, you know, a lot of this, as far as my opinion goes, is not just how great that certain rapper did on a song, is how would other people be able to flow over that track and have proven it. Now, not every track is going to sound the same. I get that. Saba, go ahead. I know you want to get in on this.
My issue with this, even though I love this beat, I love it. It's iconic.
Yeah.
But like the most iconic part of it isn't even the beat. It's Diddy at the beginning clanging the bottles.
That's just the remix. That's not even the original.
But that's but hold on. That is my point. The remix is more iconic than the original, and it's iconic because of the Diddy part, and then obviously Biggie just comes out and fucking smashes it
But here's the thing,
at the beginning.
On the same track, I think though my favorite one is when Buster's like, "Hey," right? And then it's just like, there he goes, right? And then like L when it's like cater to the women, slow down,
yes, like the jeans.
But I mean, listen,
but it's good,
we've
though.
talked about this in the past, dude. LL Cool J does not get
his flowers to just do flowers.
nearly
No.
enough of anything for the influence, who he was, what he means to the history of hip hop. So like, only like young people, you think
understand that.
They don't fucking. They think LL Cool J is that dude from fucking NCIS Los Angeles.
Exactly. And the disrespect, bro. Listen,
the disrespect is what we should call this episode.
I heard something today. So on the radio to work, there's some new artist, some female out there. Cool, give her props, whatever. She's doing her thing, right?
Yeah.
But she has a song called Area Codes, right?
Yeah.
And I guess somebody famous asked her, "Hey, so were you inspired by Luda's area code?" She's like, "I never heard it."
Get out of here.
And it's like, sweetie, and I don't want to be respectful, but it's like, sweetie, you do know, right? It's like you do know that his single will outsell anything that you put out.
Yeah.
Like you do know that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why he's in movies now, because he ain't got to do it no more. But it's like they don't give the prop. Like unfortunately, they're just younger, but they don't. It's not like when we was growing up where the new people gave the props to the older people. And
the only thing that look, we're old. That's what it comes down to. You're officially old when you don't like new music anymore. Like that's the reality.
That is reality. But it's just
this is a get off my lawn hip hop version.
But yeah, man. But yeah, Flavor. Yeah,
all right. So the next one I do have problems with.
Zero problems with it.
The
diplomatic immunity.
Dip.
Diplomatic immunity is one of the most underrated hip hop albums of the early 2000s.
But we're talking about this track. I ain't talking about the whole album.
Here's the thing.
So I'm going to tell you something. That's why I was late.
Okay.
I went back to listen to this song specifically just to remember if I love this shit as much. This shit, Jules Santana, dude,
was the man.
Oh my God, he was that dude, man.
Yeah, he was that dude. I mean, I think it's good. It might be a little high.
I think it's a little high for 20.
It's high.
It's high. It belongs on the top.
But it belongs in the top 35.
Okay, I say 35, 50, but all right, cool.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
All right, I'm cool with that. Next one, I love, and honestly, I think it's perfect. They reminisce over you, Pete Rock, CL Smooth. This is the first, and I think only Pete Rock track on here, which is a travesty.
Yeah, but iconic. So.
And it's a dope track. If you have not heard They Reminisce Over You by Pete Rock and CL Smooth, do yourself a favor, go ahead and put that in the Spotify, your iPhone right now. This one I was super confused about. Trillville.
Get off the
Some
list.
cut.
Get off the list.
You know, I love Lil Jon.
Listen.
And this is the only Lil Jon beat on the whole top 50.
Sad. And
I'm
sad.
like, of all the Lil Jon beats you could think of, Trillville, Some cut is not only just on the list, it's at number 24.
And that's terrible. And that's when I started questioning some of these people on this list. Yeah.
Yep.
Because
that one's gone. So this one, fun story about this. Camp Low, Lucchini, aka This Is It. Dope track, dope first album. Ski Beats, Greensboro, North Carolina's very own Ski Beats.
Yes, sir.
He did Dead Presidents and Feeling It on Jay-Z's first album, helped produce some of his second album. He's got some bangers out there. This is his only track. I'm actually good with this. I love Camp Low. I think 25 is good. I mean, they could have gone maybe as high as 35. I think, right in that.
Okay.
In that area. So keeping it moving. Yeah, 26, New York State of Mind, Nas, by the one and only DJ Primo. Only one of 2 DJ Primo tracks on here.
Which is a travesty.
It's a definite travesty. I would have New York State of Mind in my top 20 at least.
I argue. Hold on. I argue the second one, no.
The second Primo beat?
Yeah.
Okay. No, and we'll get to that.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I would argue that one because that shit is fire.
Yeah, agreed. 27, I love this track.
Of course you do.
Love it.
Love this track.
I love it.
I was surprised that Runnin' came in not just at 27, but I would have had Passing Me By at all on like in the top 50, in my opinion, over Runnin'. And I mean, I think Runnin's a dope track.
I would have had Passing By over Some Cut.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been out. Let him out right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just had 2 Far Side beats instead of Trillville.
That's right.
Trillville, yeah.
28, probably one of my favorite intros to any song ever
Yeah.
made. Jizza Liquid Swords, the second and last track by the RZA on this list. I would definitely have this in my top 20. I think at this point now it's just going to be an ongoing thing that we would have all these songs over Trillville.
Yeah, yes,
but
that's the start.
Yeah,
yes.
you know, I mean, it could have been worse. They could have had this at like 50. Then I would have just thrown my laptop against the wall. But 29, you know, keeping it in the newer era, which I like. Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah.
Dope track. I mean, I'm good with that there at 29. Number 30.
Off the
Crime
list.
Mob, Lil Scrappy.
I mean, it's cool. Like,
Knuck if you buck.
But it's like, yo, like, come on, man. Like, I know plenty of anthems like Don't Respect. It's on
Yeah.
this list, but
Yeah.
there's a real anthem on the right.
There is a real anthem.
We'll get you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Yeah.
cool for the club to snap by.
Yeah,
But it's like,
Knuck If You Buck is one of those songs that I wasn't allowed to play at Club Orion.
Yeah,
because
like-
they got the crowd too pumped.
jump up, right? But
You
it's
know?
just like, and it's cool.
But number 30, no.
No, it shouldn't even be in the top 100. But that's near.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What you think?
Should we? What do you think,
Yeah.
Saba?
I'm going to tell you something.
Give it to us.
When I hear this shit, it was just on that TV show on that movie on Peacock where they were the Reverend and his wife were
they
rapping it in the car.
Yeah.
I'm laying in the bed with Courtney watching this shit, and I'm like, like it's 20 years later, I'm still getting crunk.
So this thing, like, people get crunk to that cool, but it's like, it's not like, to me, it's like, it's crunk, don't get me wrong, but it's
Yeah.
like me. Okay, we joke about this all the time. Like, I'm just going to do it. Like, we know lemon soldiers. Like, yo,
thought I told you.
We know.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, come on, stuff like that. Like, just letting you know,
Yeah.
like,
And there's some scrappy shit, like Lil Scrappy. Some of those Houston beats.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, he can rap. Like, he
Yeah.
actually can rap, but it's just,
Damn, I'm getting crunk over here. I'm
I
about to
mean,
go back, start listening to
I
some
mean, look,
Scrappy.
yep.
Pull the Scrappy CDs
I'll
out.
tell you what.
I gotta find a CD player.
Let's do one track right now, not on the list at all, that you would put at Trillville. I'll go ahead
I
and
got
say
you.
one right now. I'm gonna save my big one for later. I'm gonna go Like a Pimp, David Banner.
oh, yeah, okay.
David
okay.
Banner dropped
Yeah.
some damn bangers
He did.
back in the day.
I feel that shit in my soul.
Yeah,
David
yeah.
David Banner,
Yeah.
and then yep, and then the remix too with Twista. Oh, so that's mine. So what would you have in place of Trillville?
So mine would be it'd be Scarface featuring Jay-Z and
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Oh.
Hey, that's a Kanye beat.
Hey,
Ooh,
that's
yes,
some
it is.
Zach.
Yes,
Still
it
smell the
is.
crack in my clothes.
Yo, bro, like
Getting hot
yeah,
up in
yeah.
here.
And then if I couldn't have that track, then I even got one for you, another one. I think it's just I can't like that Freeway song featuring Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel.
Let me know what we doing.
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. Over Trillville. Yeah.
All right, keeping it moving here, trying to do some rapid fire. All right, Tupac. Ambitions of a rider. As a rider.
That should have been higher in my opinion.
Should have been higher.
Because
I
I'm
agree.
a Tupac. I'm not gonna say Tupac's better than Big. That's me. But also, you know, this is
Daz.
Yeah,
Daz Dillinger beat.
And thing is like, yeah.
All right, so 32
shit.
Slick Rick Children's Story. I'm good with that there.
I'm good with
like
that
we
there.
talked about, you know,
Yeah.
classic track.
Yeah.
33, I think Saba was on this one. Gangstar, Mass Appeal, back to our boy DJ Primo.
I just, Guru doesn't get enough
Oh,
No.
oh.
as a lyricist. I mean, a silky smooth, buttery voice, underrated. You know, him and DJ Premier. I get it. Like historically, DJ Premier is getting a lot more sort of like
Sure.
recognition for being on that dream team that did Illmatic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, dude, that Mass Appeal shit, like that Gangstar shit is like
Changed a lot.
fucking, it's fucking timeless, man.
It is.
And I'm not necessarily for 1 minute suggesting that it's better than New York State of Mind. It's different. You know, and I just the only thing that I wanted to say is I don't think that, you know, the Gang Starr property it's enough love when you talk about like the biggest, like I would like Eric B and Rakim, like they get a lot more love than Gang Starr do, and that was a rapper and a DJ, you know what I mean, or a beat maker. So it's like I don't know, like that's just my thing. It's just a little, you know, what grinds my gears. That Gang Starr doesn't get enough love,
and you're 100% correct, bro.
Like 34. Get this off my list.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know it.
Yeah, so, Mask Off, Future.
It's dumb.
I think it's not.
And this is where we just lost everybody under the age of 30. Because them motherfuckers love some Future, boy.
Yeah, I saw this.
He's talking about Percocets.
Done.
That's all he's talking about, though.
Percocets.
Percocets. Molly Percocet. Yeah, it's like, all right, bro. Like,
I'll tell you what, if I would have seen Lil Pump on this fucking list, I would have flipped the damn table over.
Yeah,
all right, 35.
I would discredit everything.
35 I thought was interesting. I like Blowing Money Fast by Rick Ross, but it's definitely not my favorite Rick Ross beat.
Nah, not at all.
I like the one with him and Lil Wayne better.
You talking about John?
Yeah,
John.
No,
but that's Lil Wayne. Which one?
Well, yeah, but Lil Wayne with Rick Ross.
Okay, because there's another
John.
one that got an 8-piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so it depends what you say.
Yeah, they call me Big Lil. I like that one too. So I mean, to me, I was like, all right, for all the Rick Ross songs, you know, that one's not bad, and I think it's Styles P's verse, honestly, that does.
I just think what's embarrassing is to put 34 and 35 when you have the song at 36 that you do. You know what I mean? Like that's the problem. Like they tried to pepper like new shit, old shit with like the real shit. You know, exactly. You know what I mean? And it gets embarrassing when you see Mask Off and Blowing Money Fast when you got what you got at 36.
Exactly. Rough Riders Anthem. I believe this is the only Swiss Beats track.
And
again, a crime.
Yes.
Rough Riders Anthem. But yeah, 36.
Think about it. Remember when it came on the radio, you hear that?
Yep.
Right. And you're like, yo, and it's just like, and I mean, dog, he just.
I mean, I'll tell you, even like when I was done DJing, this was only a couple years ago. You play Rough Riders Anthem now, I don't give a shit how old you are, 21, 41, whoever, everybody, stop, drop. Yeah, I mean, they all will always and forever jam to this. So this is where it does become a travesty, right? Because not only do we have that at 36, 37, we have our only Q-Tip produced beat.
Yeah. And I think there's 5 fucking Tribe Called Quest songs I'd rather have on there. Listen,
right,
100%.
Right.
The Tribe Called. I was late to Tribe,
right,
because of the West Coast influence.
Yeah, sure, 100%. Yeah.
But the song that made me realize how much I love Tribe Called Quest was "Find a Way" off the Love Movement.
Oh, nice.
Dude, listen to me.
Yeah.
But I've gone back and listened to Tribe.
Right.
Bonita Applebum.
Yeah.
I mean, there are Can I Kick It? Right? Can I Kick It? There are just so many better Tribe beats than that.
Yeah. 38. I think I agree with the song and placement. Whoa. This at the time was one of the longest remixes on the planet. It was like an 8-minute remix. I'm pretty sure they had every rapper and their mom on the remix.
I think that was actually the first song that PD Pablo was on before he released it.
I think you're right.
Yes,
I think you're right.
I'm gonna say this one thing about Whoa. Like R.I.P. Black Rob. You know what I mean? Like I just want to say that first of all.
Yeah.
Like that song went fucking platinum because of the beat. Because it fucking sure wasn't because of Black Rob.
Right.
Right. I'm sorry, Rob. Like I really am. But that beat was unreal.
And then 40. Fuck this shit.
Well,
Future, March Madness. Get out of here.
You skip one.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I did.
You skip one.
Big shout outs to Clyber out there. No Limit Soldier.
Yeah.
All right. True. Master P.
I'm about
Me X. I'm about it. Now this beat is dope, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about top 50 dope, though.
So here's the thing. Like, I think if anything, it should be like 50. Because because it set the tone. Because I'd say make them say probably should be because
I think it should be higher.
Yeah, you know, but it's just like I get what you're saying though, but it's it needs to be in the list. That's all I'm gonna say because it's just That's all I'm gonna say.
And then 40 future March Madness. We're going to skip past that. All right, so let's go ahead and round this out and get to our other topics. So we got YG, Jeezy, Rich Homie Quan, My Hitta at 41.
Yeah. Sorry.
This next one I was very confused about because I would put Back That Ass Up way over Ha when it comes to Juvenile.
But I think it's a good beat. I think it's at the right spot. It's just because it paid away from some.
But you would put Ha over Back My Ass Up or Back That Ass Up.
Yes.
Okay. But what's your thought on that?
I agree with Brian.
So let me ask this. Okay. Reason I say Back of the Ass is like, if this was a list of top booty shakers off, listen, top 5. It could be top 5. 100%, right?
If there's anything that we've learned today, if you put a violin in the intro, I'm in, baby.
Man, come on, man.
I'm motherfucking in.
Bro. But listen, man, I mean, Juvie, he didn't even say you. I mean,
you
right.
baby Jesus.
Yeah, like, no. And you had Jay-Z on there before, like, right as Jay-Z was making that ascent, right? And it's just like, you did something right, bro. You know, so, but I got you. I mean, I can see what I'm saying.
Okay, but no, I like your point too. This is why we do this. All right, 43.
This is the one.
I would have liked to seen this a lot higher.
100%.
No, this is the one. This is a top 10. Mad City by Kendrick Lamar is.
They did him a disturbance.
I am not a Kendrick Lamar fan.
I am.
I mean, I don't dislike him. I just I don't
I know saying like
now we just lost the rest of the audience.
This is the fucking one, dog.
Yeah.
Like Mad City is. It's got that. With the MC8 shit takes me back to Menace to Society. You know what I mean? Like, I love this song. This is the one for me that,
bro. His song Straight Up Menace, right? Because a whole bunch of people took that beat and rap to it. So it's like
love MC8.
Yeah.
44. I mean, it's a catchy track. They know. But I mean, I don't know about no top 50.
I have the remix.
Top 100. Yeah, the remix. That's what I got. Yeah. 45. C Murder.
This shit get you fucked up.
I mean, this
is type of shit.
I mean, your rival. Yeah. Your rival plays this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
UNC, Chapel Hill.
Like, this shit get you fucked up. Like, still to this day, right?
down
like,
for my Ricans.
Yeah, because it's just like, yo, like, just listen to what he's saying, bro, right? And it's just like, yo, and niggas was crazy. And you know what's even crazy?
But it's that shit.
I'm listening to Mad City right now.
And niggas about that song too, down from my, you know what? So I should say it, but it's whatever. But it originally was a Snoop Dogg song on the Snoop Dogg album,
actually
right?
is. That's
and
right.
then for his promoter's album, they took it and put it on there. So this and that. So
that's true. Yeah. 46 is. I don't want to say a travesty. It's unfortunate that Organized Noise only has. Sorry, my damn iWatch only has one track on this whole thing. Outkast has 0 beats in the top 50, which is, and we're going to get into the top crimes.
Yeah,
that's how we'll end it. Like the top crimes of the list. But Cell Therapy by Goody Mob. I mean,
it's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, it's a Dungeon Family, right?
But like, what's the Black Ice?
Yeah.
Black Ice.
Yeah, man.
Soul.
You know.
Well,
here's the thing. When we were talking about taking Trillville off, it was between 2 songs for me. Sure. Obviously, I went with Ghetto Boys, but the other one is Goody Mob and Outkast. Get Up, Get Out. Like, that is fucking iconic, dog.
Yeah.
Good.
Iconic.
Excellent choice.
Yeah. Definitely. For sure.
This next one I thought should have been a lot higher. Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity. This track comes on, this beat comes on. I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, I think because they fizzled out so soon.
Right.
And it's like they didn't get the due process. I mean, it's a great song. It's a top.
Have you heard J. Cole freestyle over this beat though?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, this is one of those beats.
Yeah.
You put it out there with Shook Ones.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who's going to bring it. You know, to wrap up. So we got 48 Eric B and Rakim featuring Marley Marl, Paid in Full.
Yeah.
This is not it, man. Microphone Fiend is fucking
way better. Yeah. Way better.
Yeah.
I think they put this on there again. It's like a Marley Marl.
Yeah, they just sprinkled some shit in there just to keep people like us happy.
I think it's just have Marley Marl.
49 3-6 Mafia featuring.
There's so much better 3-6.
So much better ones than 3.
So much better ones.
Yeah.
And then 50, I do like this beat,
but it's not.
I would probably say I'll put this through like 51 to 75. Yeah. Chief Keef, I don't like. I do love the remix.
Love the remix.
Because Pusha P alone.
Yeah, Pusha T
crushes
that shit.
Yeah. But back to this though. So on that 48, right? I agree with you 100% Sape about the paid in full, like Microphone's way better, right? But I think they put him, reason they put the song there just because it has Marley Marl, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I think it's just like an homage to him because there's some other stuff that could be.
Like, I'd rather have I Ain't No Joke on there.
Yeah. Riding Spinners, I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's like there's other ones. I mean,
I'd rather put Tear the Club up in there by 3 6 Mafia than Riding Spinners.
Yeah. I mean, or sipping on some scissor, like something like, because even with the, because I had UGK on there, and we know Pimp C killed that on the
So let's just get to our again.
Keep the dope fiends higher than the Goodyear blimp.
Eat so much.
I ate so much shrimp. I got iodine poisoning.
Oh, I love this episode already. So yeah, Rap Caviar. We're not trying to call you out too much, but there are some travesties on there, and I don't want to make this a 2-hour podcast. So, as I mentioned briefly, no Outkast beats at all. I mean, if you're not going to put Miss Jackson or Hootie Who on there, I don't know what's going on. Southern Playalistic. Hootie Who is probably my favorite track on their first album. Yeah. And then just like Saba said, Get Up, Get Out. Yeah. Producer wise, I think it's a travesty that there's not a single J Dilla beat on here. Only one Swiss Beats beat on here. And again, I mean, granted, we got 2 Dre, 2 Timbo, 2 RZA, technically 3 Kanye, 2 DJ Premier, but only 1 Neptunes track. Yeah. 1 track from Pharrell and Chad from the Neptunes. I mean Super Thug should be in the top 50. And that's just one of many.
I mean, hell, how many Jay-Z tracks they did together they could have just had together? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And I mean,
what about the Super Thug? But what about the other one? Oh, boy. I came to party. That's a Pharrell beat too, right?
This whole first album was practically produced by Neptunes.
I hold like 2.
So right? I mean, but as far as some misses for sure, the fact Annie Up MOP isn't on here.
Exactly, bro.
I mean, In the Club.
Yeah.
In the Club.
Also
is not on this list.
So here's the thing. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you on that because that's a Dre beat, just the way it starts off, this and that. Annie Up, definitely. And even you didn't put
Annie Up to me is hip hop.
And speaking of that, that's why I've had a problem with no Big Pun beats on there whatsoever.
None.
I mean, I'm still a player. I'm a player. Like this whole bunch of them, right? Even his postmortem stuff when he passed away, like there's something that she had on there too.
Another couple shockers for me, and then I'm done. I promise. I can go on and on. For Kanye beats, I'm gonna go Down and Out with Cameron. Woo! Straight banger. Yep. Go DJ.
He shouts out Cleveland, Cleveland, Dayton, Youngstown, Cincinnati.
That's right. Go DJ Manny Fresh. I mean, that to me should have been the Lil Wayne banger on there.
Yeah.
Go fresh. And then Ice Cream, RZA producing Raekwon, Ghostface, Method Man. So all right, I'm gonna end it before we go another 45 minutes. But those
I got a couple more.
Bring it on.
This is maybe they don't necessarily deserve to be on like a general consensus top 50, but they deserve to be on my top 50 list.
There you go.
Okay.
Number 1, Hip Hop by Dead Prez it's bigger than hip hop. You know what I mean? 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Fake records. I mean, come on, man. That's number 1. 2 Pusha T songs, but I'm gonna pick one.
Okay.
Both Kanye beats.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Drug Dealers Anonymous.
Woo.
Over Diet Coke. Diet Coke.
Diet Coke killed that, bro.
But Drug Dealers Anonymous is like,
it's great, but Diet Coke makes you realize we lost out when they when they, when the brother found God and this and that, and it's just like, even though he's not on there, but it's just like your brother still has it, right? And if you just, I get it, I understand what's going on, but it's like, bro, hip hop lost out. Yeah, like they lost out, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna put a RZA beat on there. That's not a Wu-Tang. It's sort of a Wu-Tang song. Okay. It's a Wu-Tang feature. Okay. I'm gonna go Wu-Tang Forever by Logic. That shit is, if you haven't listened to that, it just starts out with the Wu-Tang chant and it just gets you going.
Yeah.
And look, Logic is, the kids love Logic. You know what I mean? So let's throw a little young shit in there.
Yeah.
And then I got to put a Drake song on here.
Yo, I was going to ask you what your Drake song was going to be.
The thing is it's not really a Drake song, though.
Uh-oh.
It's a 3 6 Mafia song.
Yep.
And it's called Knife Talk. I gotta feed the streets like that shit.
Yeah.
It's Drake and 21 Savage. Knife Talk.
Yeah.
If anybody listening to this with an earshot of this has not heard Knife Talk, go listen to that shit right now. There's one song, and I know Maddie's probably sitting here. Feliciano's probably sitting here like, this motherfucker just told him of all the songs that we just talked about to go listen to a Drake song. All I'm saying is that shit is, everybody thinks Drake's always singing and Lover Boy and all that shit, but that shit's hard.
And don't forget that was Project Panther that led the intro. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Drake energy. That's my shit.
I mean, he has his thing, man. Him and 40. If I had to choose, guess who's back, right?
Great song.
Yeah.
Also, that Kanye song, I'd have put what is it? All of the Lights, right? Because we know it's a good beat when Rihanna takes them through the Super Bowl, even though she just did the chorus. It's just like from start to finish, it's just instruments, this and that, blah, 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 blah.
Love it. Just 3 more. From me, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. Mama Said Knock You Out, LL Cool J. Again, Not Enough Flowers.
Yes.
That song still gets me hyped to this day. KRS-One, Step Into a World.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, not in the top 50. Yeah. And then DJ Cool, Let Me Clear My Throat. So yeah. I know we may be a little bit older than some of the listeners out there, but we love our hip hop. So educate yourself, download some of these tracks, learn something.
Yeah.
So
and just realize, like, a lot of these new songs that have been coming out lately, they're taking it from
this shit.
From the hip hop dudes, like when we was like almost in our 20s, like I've heard a whole bunch of beats and you're like, oh, okay, they took it and it's different. All right, cool, whatever. But just know that it came originally from somewhere else.
That's true. That's true. But 50 years of hip hop, God bless it. God bless this list. This was a fun episode. Cornelius, cannot wait to have you back soon. Ryan, thank you again. From everybody else at Zero Dark Nerdy, this is your boy Brian. Make sure to check out Sailfish Comics, Concord, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, North Carolina, Yes Weekly. YesWeekly.com is the website. Be sure to check out their publication all over the Triad area. BetOnline.ag for all your sports betting needs out there. And, of course, the Believe Podcast Network and the Triad Podcast Network. On behalf of everyone, Zero Dark.
Hold on, one thing.
Oh, give it to
because
him.
I don't know when we're going to record again.
Okay.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Love it.
I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. It's in a couple weeks. This probably won't come out right away. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We love you.
That's true. Happy Father's Day. Have a great summer, everybody. I don't know when we're dropping this. We have so much to drop. We got Spider-Man. We got The Flash. We got Succession. We got Ted Lasso. Tons of episodes coming your way. I might have to start dropping 2 or 3 a week at a time here. But we appreciate the love and support. Big shout outs to our boy Jared. Be sure to check out our newest ad for those of you here in Greensboro. When you go to Red Cinemas, you're going to see our brand new ad out there, courtesy of our boy Jared Schaefer up in upstate New York. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Yeah! Victory!
And anger management?
Fuck anger management.
Thank you for listening to Believe. You can show support to your host by subscribing to the show and giving us a 5-star rating on your preferred platform. Check us out at Believe.com and search for BLEAV on YouTube.
You know when you're listening to a true crime story that has an unbelievable plot twist that makes you stop in your tracks? That's what our podcast, People Are the Worst, brings you with each episode. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rebecca. We're identical twins who love true crime cases that make you say, didn't see that coming, and we hate the people responsible for them. Listen to People Are the Worst now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Michelle Beadle. That's right, the Michelle Beadle. You're welcome. You love talking about sports. I love talking about sports. You know the only thing cooler than talking about sports? Sports! sports. And right now, all your favorite sports are on SiriusXM. I'm talking every NFL game, every game from the NBA, NHL, MLB, every NASCAR race, golf major conference college sports, and all the top games in the WNBA. If you get your heart pumping, it's on SiriusXM. To start your free trial of SiriusXM today, visit SiriusXM.com/believe.